Nations Cup 2023, match day 5, and it's playoff time. I am Seamus Martin, bringing you the coverage on behalf of OFC TV. Wherever you're tuning in from, welcome in. So hello to our friends in New Caledonia and to those in Vanuatu for this, the match for 5th place between the national futsal sides of New Caledonia and Vanuatu. Well, the last day of a week of futsal action here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. Well, let's have a look at how the earlier match got on, and that was the match for 7th place between Tonga and Samoa, and it was Samoa with a 4-3 victory to secure that 7th place. Coming up, New Caledonia versus Vanuatu before the match for 3rd place between Fiji and the Solomon Islands, and the big one at 7 p.m, a place at the FIFA Futsal World Cup Uzbekistan 2024 at stake for either the hosts, New Zealand, or can Tahiti keep their fairy tale alive? We will find out. The story of right here, right now, is New Caledonia and Vanuatu. Let's check in on the New Caledonian side. A familiar look to the starting 5. Matthew Wasson, the goalkeeper, has been in outstanding form this tournament. Look out also for Nicolas Foubert with 5 goals, chasing in on the golden boot. Anisant Giaco as well on 4 goals, breathing down his neck. And the veteran, Jean-Philippe Selle, a key cog in the New Caledonia machine. Well, they arrived here with an 11-0 win over Tonga. Finished 3rd and 4th in the last 2 editions of the OFC Futsal Nations Cup. A small crowd in so far. No doubt things will improve over the day. Well, Vanuatu, Kevin Donald is out with injury, but they will be led in the scoring stakes by Jason Timatua, number 3, who is chasing Mika Lialafa for the golden boot. Michel Coulon, the captain, as well, with 4 goals. Look out for him. And Keshley Joseph scored 2 goals in the 6-3 win over Samoa in the playoff semi-finals. Vanuatu, a previous best finish of runners-up in this competition, but that was way back in 1992 and 1996. So Coach Ben Hungai, as will his opposite, Christophe Ben Maza, be looking to sign off the OFC Futsal Nations Cup 2023 in style. Well, while the players and officials make their way to the final regrouping zone, it's an opportunity for us to catch up with what Oceania Football has been doing away from the court. And it has partnered with It's a Penalty to use the power of football to raise awareness of safeguarding in sport.
Every child has a right to be safe from abuse and exploitation
during their lives and as they play sport.
Globally, 1 in 8 children are abused or exploited before the age of 18.
The majority of those affected are girls.
In most cases, a child is abused by someone they know.
We stand with It's a Penalty to keep kids safe.
Join us.
If you suspect abuse, report it.
It's a penalty.
Well, we all have a role to play in keeping kids safe in sport. If you suspect abuse, please report it. Christophe Ben Maza, maybe a little bit disappointed that his side aren't contesting, or didn't contest, the top 4 places in this competition. They have a great recent history. Finished 3rd a year ago and 4th in 2019. There is the Vanuatu side. Just see Jason Timatua, who has been right at the top of the goal scoring ladder for these 2 teams. 20 minutes per period of stop clock futsal ahead of us, plus extra time and penalties if required. Unlimited rolling substitutes, accumulated fouls, and 40 minutes of frenetic action, I'm sure. These 2 sides are near neighbours. They will be familiar with one another. It's been a while between matches between these 2 sides. You have to go right back to 2019, OFC Futsal Nations Cup when these two sides met in group play. On that day it was an 11-1 win for New Caledonia. Incidentally, New Caledonia went on to finish that Futsal Nations Cup edition in 4th place after bowing out in the semi-finals. Vanuatu in recent years finishing 5th and 6th. So recent form. This is about where they sit, these two sides. Well, the national flags of the two sides enter the field of play. In attendance, members of the OFC Executive Committee, notably the OFC President, who also is the Vanuatu Football Federation President, Lambert Maltok. New Zealand Football President Johanna Wood, also amongst the dignitaries. They were in Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland, to discuss many items, one of which the location of the OFC competitions for 2024. I'm sure both these nations will be looking to host events if they can. Those details will be released in due course. Should be looking for an edition of the OFC Futsal Nations Cup in 2024. Let's meet our match officials for the match today. And there is an Asian Football Confederation feel. Nur Effendi Nur Haliana of Malaysia is our first referee. Our second referee, Yaya Alathwani. Third referee, Hyun Than of Vietnam. And our reserve referee, Francis Ronnie of the Solomon Islands. And Nicholas Bacco of Australia will be our timekeeper. Leading New Caledonia to the court, it's their captain, Ridgeway. There's Matthew Wasson. Very impressive goalkeeper. Was in inspired form in their opening match against the Solomon Islands, which was a 2-2 draw for New Caledonia. They followed that up with a 7-2 win over Samoa. They lost to Francophone rivals Tahiti 3-5 in a crucial last group stage match before winning their playoff semi-final 11-0 over Tonga. Jamalupa as well, one of the impressive players, and the big body of Adolphe Warakaikane, the last man through the gate. For Vanuatu, they are led by Michel Coulon. 4 goals for him so far in this competition. Anthony Kwai, goalkeeper. Lehi, 3 goals himself. A stack of players for Vanuatu on 3 goals. They had a huge win over Tonga in group stage matches, beating Tonga 24-2. That was after an opening night loss 6-3 against New Zealand, and they rounded out their group stage matches with a 2-1 loss against Fiji, and they won their playoff semi-final 6-3 over Samoa just 2 nights ago. Let's head down sideline and take in the national hymn of New Caledonia.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, please now stand for the national anthem of New Caledonia. And now the national anthem of Vanuatu.
Formalities continue. Be a play between the three teams taking part today: Vanuatu, New Caledonia, and of course our team of officials. If you are wondering why there are two flags present when New Caledonia play, well, it is a French overseas territory, so the tricolore of France is always present, together with that New Caledonia. Great to see spirit of the Pacific through these two sides. Vanuatu, the highest scoring side we've had so far in the OFC Futsal Nations Cup. 24-2 win over Tonga really stands out. They fell 2-1 to Fiji in their final group stage match, with a place at the semi-finals on the line. For New Caledonia, similarly, it was their last group stage match against Tahiti, with Tahiti triumphing 5-3 to advance to the semi-finals, leaving New Caledonia to fight out for 5th place at best. They defeated Tonga 11-0 in their playoff semi-final. Vanuatu defeating Samoa 6-3. An even match, that fixture between Vanuatu and Samoa. Samoa led it at one point. As Ridgeway is just invited in for the official photos. Christophe Ben Maza is passing on some last instructions to his side. Caledonia were hosts of the OFC Futsal Nations Cup in 2019. Finished 3rd place last year. It's been a long time for Vanuatu since being in the top 4 places. Runners-up in 1992 and 1996. Side New Caledonia runners-up in 2014. Teams have gone through their huddles, their chants, their last high fives. Last time on court at the Bruce Pullman Arena for New Caledonia and Vanuatu. New Caledonia today in the black and grey shirts, attacking the goal to your right. Vanuatu all in yellow, attacking the goal to your left. Song with the signal at the bottom of your picture. When that hand goes down, he will hand over to Nur Effendi, Nur Halian of Malaysia, and we are underway. Vanuatu in the yellow shirts from right to left, New Caledonia in the black shirts from left to right, and Matthew Wasson gets an early touch. He was very impressive in the 2-2 draw against the Solomon Islands. He threw everything at him, and he repelled all but most, and there's an early chance for Vanuatu. New Caledonia back in numbers. And it was an evenly contested affair for 7th place between Samoa and Tonga. On paper, this looks like a mouth-watering encounter as well. New Caledonia forcing Vanuatu all the way back into the defensive third and eventually made long through. Here is Jason Timatua. 6 goals so far. 1 shy of Micah Lealafa at the top of the Golden Boot standings. Lealafa still to play. The Solomon Island Kurukuru side will take on Fiji at 4 p.m. local time. A host of players in contention for the Golden Boot for best scorer. It was Rahan Ali actually last year who took home the Golden Boot as well as the Golden Ball for best player. We'll find out at the awards ceremony at the conclusion of the match between New Zealand and Tahiti where those awards will go. Here's Timatua. Starting today, he often starts the matches on the bench. Not that it means too much with the frequency of changes available to Ben Hungai and Christophe Ben Maza. A reminder, rolling subs and limited changes. A chance for that man Timatua. Well, an early opportunity to add to his goal tally. Only side netting. Watson was quick to come out and narrow the angle. Upa. First chance for New Caledonia to attack. And in a bit of space is Anacent Giaco. Himself on 4 goals, Giaco. Missed the opening match with the Solomon Islands. Wasn't named on the starting list. On the ball now, Giaco. We saw a reasonable crowd in this morning for the match between Samoa and Tonga. Quite a large community of both those nations here in Tamaki Makaurau, Auckland. We are in the southern suburbs, Takanini. Less New Caledonian and Vanuatu presence in Aotearoa. They won't be without their own fans as Lehi wins the ball back, and here's Timatua. Got a good turn of pace does Jason Timatua. So many of the players that we've seen in this OFC Futsal Nations Cup just seems to glide across the court when he has the ball at his feet. Never lumbering. Nearly cut out there by Jean-Philippe Selle, the veteran who just puts Timatua under pressure. There he is, Selle. Pockets of experience in this New Caledonian side, but it's almost a rebuild after a period of consistent performance, making the semi-finals on regular occasions. Well, early we're seeing a 5th man play from New Caledonia. So it's Remy Busema, the role of the flying goalkeeper. There he is, just coming into your picture in the number 6 shirt. So Ben Maza is trying things out, and that has not paid off, as Kemley Lehi makes New Caledonia pay early. Busema, well, it was a heavy touch, like a tired touch too from Jean-Philippe Selle, I think it was. And a signal back to the fans at home from Kemley Lehi. So he puts Vanuatu in the lead. Well, I wonder if that is an indication from Christophe Ben Maza that he is going to use this match as an opportunity to try and broaden the horizon and try some tactics, as Upa forces an early save from Anthony Kwai. Sandy Misau gives the ball away. Here's a shot, and Kwai with a sharp save. Well, New Caledonia looking to return fire as quickly as possible. Save from Anthony Kwai. That was a sweeping attack from New Caledonia. Here they go again, it's Ridgeway. Okay, it was just a hint of fatigue in that. It's been a long week. Back-to-back matches on Sunday and Monday, rest day on Tuesday, for back-to-back matches on Wednesday and Thursday. We had a day's rest yesterday. There will be some tired bodies on both sides of the halfway line. It just looked to me as though Jean-Philippe Selle, in receiving that pass, was a little laboured in the touch. It fell free, and Kemley Leahy was able to fire into the unguarded net. Here's Fubert, who's announced himself somewhat onto the scene in this competition. He's at the back post, and needed that foot from Anthony Kwai. A couple of strong saves early from the Vanuatu goalkeeper. This man was lurking on the back post. Majority of his goals have been on the back post. I think that one is right in the nose of Anthony Kwai, maybe in the eye. It was a good save. So he has been called into action on a number of occasions already, Anthony Kwai. As New Caledonia look to strike back with an equalising goal. Vanuatu lead 1-0. Here's the goal scorer, Kemley Leahy. Christopher Kawa. Taking him long to get involved in the action. Leahy goes looking. Manuel Mine. He's got himself into pressure here. Fubert didn't get all of that. Forced into the centre of the court. And New Caledonia were waiting. I think it was Jason Timatua on the ball again. Just lofts it through for his captain, Michel Coulon. Glides forward, Timatua. Good feet. Here's Joseph. And Vanuatu extend their lead. Keshley Joseph scored 2 against Samoa. He scores the second here. Oh, that was an example just of the change of pace of Jason Timatua. He shifted it from right foot to left foot. It was an acknowledgement of the assist by this man, Keshley Joseph, to his captain, Michel Coulon. Vanuatu jumped out to a 2-0 lead. And it's a timeout, New Caledonia. So an early timeout called by Christophe Ben-Maza.
Timeout called for New Caledonia.
Well, he looked to shake things up early, didn't he, Ben-Maza, with the 5th man, and it was while the 5th man was on the court that we saw the first goal. There he is there, at the bottom of your picture, Remy Boussemar. It was the pass to Jean-Philippe Selle, and just miscontrolled, and Leahy first time into the unguarded net, and a signal home to the futsal fans of Vanuatu. So that goal came after 3 minutes and 40 seconds. And the lead was doubled by Kishley Joseph after 6 minutes and 14 seconds. Some great interplay between Jason Timatua, Michel Coulon, and eventually the finish from Kishley Joseph. It was Joseph's 4th goal of the competition. So they joined Michel Coulon on 4 goals for Vanuatu. Michelle Mine just looked to let that shot fly, but wasn't able to just find the space. Here's the goal scorer, Kishley Joseph. Another save from Anthony Quiet. He's been busy. Here's the Vanuatu goalkeeper. As we see John Holu at the bottom of your picture, making his first appearance for the day. Joseph just not able to get that under control. Busima back in his regular role as a flanker. Good touch and a swivel from Christ Pay. Shot blocked by Timatua. Well, they're pressing high and they're hunting New Caledonia. And once again, Vanuatu turn the ball over. Just looking to put Timatua and colleagues under pressure. Here is the man with the most impressive beard at the OFC Futsal Nations Cup. He's on the ball now. Christopher Kawa. Distinct look. Was that a handball? Yes, from my vantage point at Bruce Pullman Arena, thought it was. Love to have a beard like Christopher Kawa. Not sure the household would approve if I was to extend the length of the beard through. It's a familiar look actually in New Caledonia as the beard is the status symbol. So away from just got his step overs confused there, Michel Coulon. Does enjoy a step over, does Coulon. Used it a number of times. He was made to pay against Tonga. I think he stepped over one too many times for one of the Tongan defenders' liking. He was sent quite quickly to the floor of Bruce Pullman Arena. But he has fast feet, does Michel Coulon. The ball again. Forms a great partnership with this man, Jason Timatua. Just happy to play the ball between one another and wait for an opportunity to present itself further forward. Not on that occasion. Nearly halfway through this first period, and it's Vanuatu that lead New Caledonia 2-0. Busima just lost control there and seemed concerned with blocking the run of Kishley Joseph and chasing after the ball. I do wonder how much fatigue is playing in today's matches. OFC has initiated these classification games through all of their tournaments, matches for final placings, as Anisen Giaco just robbed John Holu there. Holu just lingered a little bit long on the ball there. Anthony Kwai was out quickly. Another save from Kwai. He's been busy, demanding things of his teammates. Anthony Kwai. A toad shot through there from Stevens Guillemont. It's a shot from Fubert. I was making the point there, classification matches being initiated by the Oceania Football Confederation across all of their competitions. There's a move in 2024 to cap competitions at 8 teams where possible. So the team that finishes in 8th place, if there is interest from other nations to participate, they will need to enter a qualification tournament for that final vacant space. So rewarding those teams for participation. Great interplay and a good save. Well, John Holu making amends for the defensive error. Matthew Wasson just in a little bit of discomfort there. He's put his body through the ringer, has Wasson. And a split save there. Timatua. Just another little trip on the ball. Just a New Caledonian play just lacking a little bit of quality at the moment. There's Vanuatu break with a 3-on-2. It's Keshley Joseph. Shot is blocked only as far as Jason Timatua. Now the black shirts come back in defence and look to work in that box defence. Just to deny space between the lines and space in behind. So Vanuatu just having to work it around and try and open up an attacking opportunity. It's all the way back to George Mahit, who's on court now, and he plays long. Looking for, it was Steve Nona. It is Steve Nona. Ridgeway. He's playing as a target. It's Anisen Giaco. A big win themselves, New Caledonia, against Tonga in the playoff semi-final, 11-0. Martin Gitte just not able to keep that in play. Smile on the face of Gitte. Sele. Zupa. Shot blocked by Timatua, and it was going to break for Gitte. Cleaned up by Ridgeway, the New Caledonian captain. Foul there. Second by my count from Vanuatu. Michel Coulon helps Jean-Philippe Sele back to his feet. Sele gets us restarted. I think that's the second foul from Vanuatu, so a reminder. Fouls accumulated up until 5, and then after the 5th foul, any subsequent foul is a direct free kick from the 10-metre mark. Unless that foul is committed inside the 10-metre mark, in which case it's taken from where the foul took place. Good pace there from Gitte. He's done enough to win his team the restart on the sideline. Mahit just looking to get the better of Crest Pay. Received well with their back to goal, New Caledonia. Well, that looked like it might just creep in. It was almost in slow motion, the first save. Shot from Ridgeway in distance, and just a flick out from Anthony Kwai to concede the corner. Well, that's given away, and Vanuatu can break here. Gete eventually regains control. Snuffed out by New Caledonia there. Coulon finds Gete. Deflection loops up and is comfortably taken by Anthony Kwai. It's the danger man, Jason Timatua. 6 goals already in the OFC Futsal Nations Cup 2023. He'll be looking to add if he can. Sele, it's a good shot, but it's wide. No, it's flicked the fingers of Anthony Kwai. Fist pump from Vanuatu keeper. They break here. Thumbs up from Coulon. He was just trying to help that on its way to the path of Yesen Berukilukilu. Fubert nearly got that square pass picked away. Nicolas Fubert. Just flicked through. It was Beru Kilu. Eventually called back for the foul. Just had his heels clipped. Yasin Beru Kilu. Good advantage played by referee Nohayelan of Malaysia. Just a loose pass there, and Crest Pay nearly did make Vanuatu pay. Chance. It's George Mahit. Good feet and draws a foul from Crest Pay. Well, he's going to be spoken to here as Crest Pay. No more. Well, he just left his foot in there, did Crest Pay. There's a little hip swivel from George Mahit. And we've got a timeout for Vanuatu. So both teams now have played their allocated timeout for the first period. Despite trailing 2-0, that man there who just walked through your picture, Anthony Kwai, has been the busier of the two goalkeepers. He's made a string of saves already, Kwai. Keeping a clean sheet so far. 15 minutes or so into the first period. Just over 4 minutes remaining. It's going well so far for the Vanuatu side. On the other side of the technical area, Christophe Benmaza. Well, he gambled with a fifth man early, didn't he? And that gamble didn't pay off. Kimli Lehi opened the scoring after 3 minutes and 40 seconds. So it looked as though New Caledonia may be using this as an exhibition to try some tactics out. And after 3 minutes 40, they reverted back to the traditional format. And the fifth man has been shelved for now. It's Michel Coulomb and Jason Timatua over the ball. And in the end, neither of them are able to fashion a chance. Fubert contained by Jason Timatua. Shot in. And another good save by that man. You can see what every save means to him. Celebrates as if he scored a goal, Anthony Kwai, every time he makes a stop or a touch to deny New Caledonia. Straight from the restart and pushed around the post. And the celebration to boot. It's a square ball given away. Kawa thought he'd done enough for his side. And in the end, it's a strike from distance, which doesn't trouble anybody. So 5th place at stake for these two teams, New Caledonia and Vanuatu. 7th place confirmed earlier today by Samoa, defeating Tonga 4-3. And Emmanuel Mine. It's New Caledonia on the board. Well, Busima is down to Chris Pay. And in the end, it was a back post finish for Emmanuel Mine. Well, it's 2-1. Game on here. Here's Mine, the goal scorer. Can he add to his tally? Saved, and it just evaded Busima. Unmarked as Mine. That's how quickly the game of futsal can change. With goals comes momentum. And momentum is with New Caledonia at the moment. Anthony Kwai has been impressive in this first period. Another save. Across, and he was up quickly. Remy Busima thought it was going to bounce kindly for this man. Oh no, that's Stevens. Guillemot, far side, Busima. Here's a chance, he's rolled his defender. And a good save, Anthony Kwai again. Well, he's pumped. Lehi out-muscled there by Christopher Kawa. Two minutes to play in the first period. Another well-contested game, finely balanced here between New Caledonia in the black shirts and Vanuatu in the yellow shirts. It's advantage Vanuatu at the moment, 2-1. Goals in the 4th and 6th minute. And a reply from New Caledonia in the 16th minute. But this man on the ball, Vanuatu goalkeeper Anthony Kwai, has made a number of critical stops. Given away. Quick turn from Jamal Upa. Here's Upa. He knew what he was going to do. Flicked it on the far side to his captain, Ridgeway. It's a fight and a scrap for the ball. And New Caledonia retain, I should say regain possession. Can Vanuatu just see out the next minute or so? Good save, another good save, Anthony Kwai. Well, they carved out that opportunity patiently, didn't they, New Caledonia? Good rotation of play, and good possession to carve out another back post opportunity. Just from one side of the court to the other. It's saved by Kwai. Point blank range, wasn't it? To the last minute of the first period. It's Vanuatu leading 2-1. Well, it's been save after save. Anthony Kwai, and is he going to be called on again? Another save. It's the Anthony Kwai show at the moment. At the other end, it's goals to Kimli Lehi and Keshley Joseph that have edged Vanuatu in front. But if it wasn't for the presence of mind of Anthony Kwai, it could be a very different story. Upa. Thought he might have been an option there, Upa. Instead, Jean-Philippe Selle went on his own. Selle then just steamed into the challenge there on Kimli Lehi. Given away. Blocked by Michel Coulomb. The two captains collide. There's a chance here for Upa, but the clock will win out, and that is the half-time whistle. End of the first period. And it's Vanuatu that lead New Caledonia 2-1. And this, the playoff for 5th place in the OFC Futsal Nations Cup 2023. I'm sure the highlights package will be full of saves from Anthony Kwai. Well, the 5th man play was on early for New Caledonia, and it didn't come off. And Kimli Lehi was left to strike into an unguarded net. You see there, Remy Busema. And 1-0 became 2-0 with some great interplay between Michel Coulomb, Jason Timatua, and the finish from Keshley Joseph. The chances for New Caledonia were numerous, and it really has been the interventions of the Vanuatu goalkeeper, Anthony Kwai. Well, there was another opportunity from Vanuatu that just opened up the 1-2. But Kwai has been the busier of the two goalkeepers. And there you see another example of the saves of this man. He was eventually beaten. And it was a back post finish by Emmanuel Mine through the legs. And another save to round out the halftime highlights. where the story of the match at Bruce Pullman Arena is Vanuatu 2, New Caledonia 1 in the match for 5th place. And we'll be back with the second period after this break. Welcome back to Bruce Pullman Arena, where New Caledonia currently trail Vanuatu 2-1. Christoph Maza, the New Caledonian coach, and his Chargers have been unable to beat this man more than once. Anthony Kwai, the Vanuatu goalkeeper, has been in inspired form in the first half. Jason Timatua there hasn't been able to add to his 6 goals. But the crowd, while small in attendance, have been treated to an entertaining affair. In fairness, New Caledonia have had the better of the chances. Matthew Wasson has largely been unemployed, the New Caledonian goalkeeper. I remember one save of note, saving with his legs to deny John Holu, but it really has been Anthony Kwai at the other end, denying Chris Pay and others. We are ready for the second period here at Bruce Pullman Arena. Just wait for referee to get us back underway. And it's New Caledonia in the black shirts going right to left on your screen. And Vanuatu in the yellow shirts attacking the goal to the right of your picture. Cut out early. Jason Timatua needed to make that stop, and straight back into it is Anthony Kwai, saving from Christopher Kawa. Was Anthony Kwai just 30 seconds into the second period, and he adds another save. A thud onto the wooden floor of the Bruce Pullman Arena for Chris Pay. Timatua into his path. It's a great pass through. Oh, Wasson saving from Coulon. Just another example of how Jason Timatua just glides. And that ball doesn't glide, it is driven into the back of the New Caledonian goal. He knows exactly where the camera is, does Sandy Misau, to celebrate and send a message back home to the futsal fans of Vanuatu, straight in. Well, it was like a tracer bullet from Sandy Misau off the left foot and straight into the back of the net. Side netting there in response from Emmanuel Mine. Here's the goal scorer, Sandy Misau. Just 40 seconds into the second period. And Vanuatu restore their 2-goal lead. Emmanuel Mine, New Caledonia's goal scorer. Foul there from Jason Timatua. Was he fouled? No, he wasn't. Not sure if that was given for simulation, maybe. Or good feet, Chris Pay. He had Mine right on back post unmarked. This is the target, does Christopher Kawa. I'm still trying to work out that whistle from before. I marked it down as a foul on my sheet, but the restart would indicate that it was a simulation for Michelle Mine, because the free kick went the way of Vanuatu. The foul is in the book for New Caledonia, so we'll take it as gospel. Good touch. Michelle Coulon tried to link with the goal scorer Missal, and it's broken here. Chris Pay. Good strength, Chris Pay. You had to be aware, Anthony Quiet. Raft of changes for New Caledonia. Yet to see the big man, Aldolf Wanakaikane for New Caledonia. Big target to aim for. After playing with his back to goal. Rejue has been primarily used in that role so far. There he is, captain of New Caledonia, number 11. Saleh gets us restarted. Jamal Upa. He's a live wire, Jamal Upa. Sanchiako, Upa's in the middle, here he is. And sharp feet by Jamal Upa. Here's the thumbs up to the team bench. Well, once again, a well-worked goal to create space for Jamal Upa inside the Vanuatu penalty area. One touch to control and one touch to finish, and cuts the deficit by 1. New Caledonia trail 3-2. Well, a goal apiece in the second period. It's just looking for the advance run of Keshley Joseph there. Well, they're at their best, New Caledonia, when they look to create goal-scoring chances through possession and ball movement. They don't have the pace of some of the other sides at this competition to catch teams on the break. Yahya Al Athwani, one of the 2 officials from Saudi Arabia. They have joined forces with the Oceania Football Confederation to officiate this competition. On distribution for one of the few times I can recall in this match for Anthony Quiet. They don't have the height on New Caledonia to Vanuatu. There's the latest goal scorer, Jamal Upa. Been played in great spirit, this match. When the two teams come together, there's often a little acknowledgement. And it's just nearly crept in. Well, it was in slow motion almost. Anthony Kwai was beaten. And it was the upright to thank. And he sent Giaco. It looks as though Giaco at the other end might be picking up a yellow card. I've said it, match has been played in good spirits. Giaco is checking in on the fouled opponent, which looks like Kimli Lehi to me. And very, very apologetic, Giaco. He's very quick to make sure that the Vanuatu bench know that that was not intentional.
Yellow card for New Caledonia, number 8, I.C. Giaco.
See Giaco. Kimli Lehi, who's still down. Hopefully this isn't the end of his OFC Futsal Nations Cup for 2023. Already lost Kevin Donald through injury. Looks as though that knee was already strapped. Well, he was at high speed. Well, any collision at high speed is going to result in some sort of discomfort. You can just see him in the background being treated. Finally poised at 3-2 in favour of Vanuatu. Ken Ridgeway and his side bring New Caledonia back level. Driven to Stephen Skiliman from Jason Timatua. Just looking for a ball to get us back underway. A reminder, no stoppage time in the game of futsal. Stop clock conditions, so when the ball is out of play, our match clock pauses until the restart. So sometimes you will see players not in a hurry to get things restarted. It's a chance. Sele just twists his way off the field of play. Jean-Philippe Sele. Foubert. Clever, and it's a great finish. Well, his 6th goal of the competition. Nicolas Foubert. Well, he just rolled his defender, didn't he? Double thumbs up for Nicolas Foubert. So we are back level. 3-3. Foubert scores his 6th goal of the competition to join Jason Timatua behind Mika Lialafa. Came close in the first half too, didn't he? Nicolas Foubert. Only for a sharp save by Anthony Kwai. Just got their wires crossed there, Vanuatu. And momentum does seem to be swinging the way of New Caledonia. did well to get that on and off the pitch from that angle. Steven Skilliman. It's again two very evenly matched teams here. We saw in the match for 7th place, Samoa and Tonga, teams both previously winless. And an enthralling 4-3 match, the result going in favour of Samoa. Didn't know much about that one, Anthony Kwai. Did enough to keep it out. Stolen. Timatua. Can he link up with Michel Coulon? In the end, it's cleared. That's the danger that he possesses. Just able to kick clear. If he has space in front, slams the corner straight at Matthew Wasson. Save there. Good volley. Well, he stood up to that chance, did Matthew Wasson. Just working their way back into the match now, Vanuatu. Commentator's curse. I was going to say working their way back into the match, Vanuatu, but Sandy Missal's control just let him down. And the ball trickled over the sideline. He's won it back here, though, Missal. Good work from Chris Pay. Thought about it, didn't he, Missal? Just leaving a leg out, maybe. Thought better of it. Touch, heavy touch. Not for the first time. Here's Joseph. He's gone around the keeper and blocked on the line, Christopher Kawa. Once again, Joseph. Good work. Wasson and Missal. Well, plenty of action here. Just a heavy touch, Emmanuel Mine, I should say. Joseph went around the goalkeeper, but Christopher Kawa got back right on the line. It was good goalkeeping to force Keshley Joseph wide. Heavy touch again, and Vanuatu can break. It's Joseph again. Can he win it? The ball stays in, and a shot from distance. Too hot to handle for Anthony Kwai. Falls at the feet of Jason Timatua, and it's Sandy Missal. Here's Keshley Joseph. Looking to get the better of Ani Singiako. Ridgeway. And it's Singiako looking to win the ball high for New Caledonia. Sandy Missal adamant it's yellow ball. was a quick conference between Nur Effendi Nurhalian and Yaya Alathwani. Two referees decided it was a restart to Vanuatu. Good communication between our match officials. Coulomb not able to keep that in. I'll spare a thought for our match officials. They're also vying for a place at the FIFA Futsal World Cup. Good save, Anthony Quiet. OFC able to contribute referees to the overall delivery of that FIFA Futsal World Cup in Uzbekistan 2024. So just like the teams, our match officials, who are essentially the 9th team of the competition, vying for opportunities to progress on the international stage. Well, there's a real festival feel to Bruce Pullman Arena today. Got food trucks out serving various treats. This food beer looks to... I've heard that the donuts in the lobby are very highly sought after. I'll look forward to someone bringing me up some here in the commentary position. Ball goes out of play. Just a spell of transition here, back and forth between the two sides. Don't forget that extra time and penalties are at play if necessary. Coulomb just lost the radar on that one. Expecting a big crowd in later tonight to the Bruce Pullman Arena. So that restart just rolled onto playing surface. Steve Nonna. One of 5 Vanuatu players that entered this match on 3 goals, Steve Nonna. That's a foul. From John Holu. Heavy collection on Nicolas Foubert, who gets back up. Knee on knee. Just trying to work an opportunity from the free kick. New Caledonia. Steve Nonna. Good skill. Just a step over and wriggled through the gap. Here he is back on the ball, Nonna. Here's Nonna again. One-on-one with Jean-Philippe Sallet. Holu wasn't able to get the better of Remy Busema there. This is better from Vanuatu. Just keeping the ball. Well, I need to stop commenting on possession play, because every time I do, the team in possession seems to play a wayward pass or lose control. There's a free player here, and it was Busima. Just not able to be found by Chris Pay. Well, just as well, the OFC Futsal Nations Cup is played inside. It is absolutely bucketing down. You can hear the rain on the roof of the Bruce Pullman Arena. Not sure our effects mics can pick it up, but I can assure you that it is raining very hard here. Which way is this going to go? It's a foul, and it looks like it'll be a yellow card to John Holu. Just a tug of the shirt after he lost possession for John Holu. Kawa. He was just looking for Emmanuel Mine to help that on. Well, there's about 7 minutes and 22 seconds to break the deadlock here. And a great save from point blank. That's brave goalkeeping by Anthony Kwai. Thumbs up. It was Chris Pay. Great first touch, wasn't it? And he had to be brave, Anthony Kwai. Got the hands up. Well, point blank save from Anthony Kwai. Fantastic first touch by Chris Pay. And the swivel and volley. Great futsal. And a save at the other end from Matthew Wasson, not wanting to be outdone. Well, by and large, the goalkeeping across this entire tournament has been fantastic. Chris Pay bears down on goal. Goes down, but no foul. I can't think of any team who have been let down at all by any of their goalkeeping, really. Tonga and Samoa have been consistently under threat, but their goalkeepers have stood up to the challenge. These two sides, Vanuatu and New Caledonia, also blessed with fantastic goalkeepers. Fiji, well, they're down to one goalkeeper today after injury ruled out Emori Rangata, and Baleloa was sent off. Solomon Islands, Cliff Sasau, Patrick Roy of Tahiti, and of course Mike Antimonov of New Zealand. That's fantastic goalkeeping. All across the borders, Coulon sends that wide of the goal. Well, just a point on goalkeeping, if you're not familiar with futsal, you may wonder why the goalkeepers don't wear gloves. It's in order to get a better feel for the ball. It's a heavier weighted ball, slightly smaller, and the talk around the goalkeeping union is that the bare hand is better for grip. You'll see the fingers taped up often, but very rare to see a full goalkeeping glove. As Vanuatu break clear, and it's Timatua sent wide by Matthew Wasson. Speaking of good goalkeeping, Matthew Wasson there did well once again to show Vanuatu attacker, in this case Jason Timatua, one side. Sele on the volley showed Timatua one side and just forced him out of play wide enough that the angle was too tight, and it's a timeout called by Vanuatu. There is Matthew Wasson. Well, had it not been for an ambitious fifth-man play inside the first 5 minutes, Vanuatu would be leading, New Caledonia would be leading this match 3-2. Coach Christophe Ben-Maza went for the fifth-man play, throwing the goalkeeping shirt to Remy Boussima. And when he was on field, a miscontrol by Jean-Philippe Saleh resulted in Kemley Lehi firing it into an open net to give Vanuatu a 1-0 lead. But had it not been for that interesting play, shall we say, in the first 5 minutes, New Caledonia would be leading 3-2. I wondered if, once that fifth-man play was in action, whether it would be an exhibition-style game for New Caledonia, trialling different tactics at the international level. But we haven't seen the fifth man deployed back in action yet from Ben-Maza and his New Caledonian Chargers. Just dribbled off the side of the pitch there. And Boussima gets us back started. He was the player that was trusted with the responsibility of being the fifth man. Boussima. Huge tackle there. And Keshley Joseph goes close. Just got a message of support from the Goalkeepers Union, endorsing my summation of the lack of gloves. My futsal goalkeepers, thank you very much. Elias Biller, goalkeeper coach for the Futsal Whites, who will be in action later this evening in the final of the OFC Futsal Nations Cup 2023, as that chance goes wide. Boussima unable to deflect it in path of the goal. Biller, a long-time goalkeeper for the Futsal Whites, part of the foundation that has been built here in Aotearoa, New Zealand. That has seen them ascend to their third final in a row. It was heartbreak in 2019. Is 2023 the year that the Futsal Whites will qualify? Well, back to this match, and it's an acrobatic goal from Chris Pay for New Caledonia. And puts them in the lead. Well, he was lurking on the back post, was Chris Pay, and it was deflected up in his path. And a bicycle kick of sorts sees New Caledonia hit the front, and can they extend their lead? Well, timely intervention from Steve Nonna. I don't think it was going in, but Nonna made sure of it. Nonna and Anthony Quite. So New Caledonia hit the lead for the first time in this match. Was making the point about setting the scene for the final. A place at the FIFA Futsal World Cup Uzbekistan 2024 at stake. It would be a first appearance for either New Zealand's Futsal Whites or Tahiti. Almost a tale of two journeys. New Zealand, diligent program built from the ground up. And for Tahiti, a fairy tale story. Majority of the squad from the tiny island of Rapa in the French Polynesian archipelago. Just over 500 people call Rapa home. They are 3 times winners of the Festival des Îles an annual competition played in Tahiti that returned for the first time this year after COVID. And they won that competition, and the bulk of their squad has made the journey across the Pacific Ocean to Aotearoa, New Zealand. It's replicating the journey of their ancestors so many years ago. And they are standing at the precipice of a FIFA Futsal World Cup. Already enjoyed success in small-sided games, Tahiti, through beach soccer, the Tiki Toa. One of the best sides in the world, made the FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup final on 2 occasions. They recently qualified for the FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup next year in the United Arab Emirates. Great feat, Chris Pay. Can their futsal side emulate the Tiki Toa's achievements? Well, we've got one more match after this to look forward to before we'll find the answer to that question. And that is of Fiji and the Solomon Islands Kurukuru. For so long, the kings of Oceania futsal. Their reign is over. Defeated in a pulsating semi-final by New Zealand's futsal whites. We loop all the way back to the goalkeeper union. It was Mike Antimonov who punted the ball downfield into the open net to secure the win for New Zealand, 4-2 over the Kurukuru. For Tahiti, it was more of a straightforward win as Fiji pushed with that flying goalkeeper strategy in the dying stages, and Tahiti jumped clear. But right now it's 5th place at stake, and it's New Caledonia who currently lead Vanuatu 4-3. And there it is. Deflected in by Chris Pay. Well, all it took was a change in direction of the delivery, which was thumped in to the Vanuatu penalty area. Pay had taken residence in front of Anthony Kwai, and he was able to deflect it past the Vanuatu goalkeeper and into the net. So New Caledonia lead 5-3. They've come from behind, trailed 2-1 at the halftime break. They went down 3-1. But they've scored 4 unanswered goals and have overtaken Vanuatu to lead 5-3 into the last 2 minutes of play. All the way onto the far side. Anthony Kwai has joined the fray. Playing further up the pitch. As Vanuatu look to push for an equaliser. Well, they've not put the outfielder in play. Anthony Kwai is playing very high to create the extra man. Working the space. And Keshley Joseph's control lets him down. Cool heads needed in the last minutes of any futsal match. Draws a foul, does Nicolas Foubert. Less than a minute to play. New Caledonia in control at 5-3. And a timeout called by Christophe Benmaza. Well, they've got to come up with something here, Vanuatu. Less than a minute to play and trail by 2. And at the conclusion of this match, we will know the final placings of the bottom 4 teams of the OFC Futsal Nations Cup. Already today, Tonga were confirmed in 8th place and Samoa in 7th, and as it stands, it will be Vanuatu in 6th and New Caledonia in 5th. But anything can happen with 59 seconds left to play. Ben Hungai, what will be going through his mind? We're going to restart with a free kick to New Caledonia. We've already seen them score off set play. Blocked. And a great volley from Jean-Philippe Selle. Here we go. Can New Caledonia well, just out of play. Here's a chance for Foubert. Blocked by Anthony Kwai. 30 seconds to play for Vanuatu, which, believe it or not, can be a long time in futsal. He's Kwai. Makes his way into the attacking half. They do a good job to box them out here, do New Caledonia. 16 seconds to play. Restart from the side. Anthony Kwai. Can he shoot? He does. It's taken a deflection, has it? Thought I heard it flick a New Caledonian shirt as it went past, but my ears have let me down as Foubert. Clever goalkeeping. He was outside of his area. Anthony Kwai had to make sure his hands were well away. Saved with his knees. Foubert, 6 seconds to play. Usama. Last throw of the dice for Vanuatu. It's going to be too little too late, I think, unless, well, there's no fairy tale ending for Vanuatu. New Caledonia run out winners in the match for 5th place. 5 goals to 3. A game of 2 halves. Vanuatu led 2-1 at the break, but 4 unanswered goals have seen New Caledonia run out 5-3 winners here to confirm 5th place. An embrace between the 2 goalkeepers. They were both kept busy. Well, let's take a look at the match highlights. 5th place at stake between New Caledonia and Vanuatu. And in trying to up the ante with a 5th-man play, New Caledonia conceded. It was Kemley Lehi stroking home into the unguarded net and sending a message back to the futsal fans in Vanuatu. 1-0 became 2-0 when Keshley Joseph was on the end of some smart interplay by Michel Coulon and Jason Timatua. Anthony Kwai was kept busy, as was Matthew Wasson. And Kwai would become busier and busier as the first half progressed, with a string of saves before the resolve was broken, and it was Emmanuel Mine at the back post with the tap-in. Nothing that Anthony Kwai could do about that one. But at half-time, it was 2-1, and 2-1 became 3-1 shortly after. Sandy Misau restoring a 2-goal lead for Vanuatu, but the goal-scoring action was then all at the other end. First through Jamal Upa with the easiest of finishes after a great first touch inside the penalty area. The post came to the rescue of Anthony Kwai. He threw a third goal for Nicolas Foubert. And then the player of the match, Chris Pay, with a double in the dying stages of the match, would seal it off. Try as they might, Vanuatu were just unable to get back in, and here was the first. Well, in fact, that was Anthony Kwai denying a hat-trick opportunity for Chris Pay. And Pay eventually put New Caledonia ahead with a bicycle kick, which was acrobatically put away before the fifth and final goal from close range. A back heel from Chris Pay. He walks away with player of the match honours, and New Caledonia confirm fifth place with a 5-3 win. And we are going to hear from Chris Pay, who is the player of the match from New Caledonia shortly. Well, let's head down sideline now to hear from Chris Pay.
Chris, merci pour cette interview. Est-ce que tu dois être fier de recevoir ce prix de meilleur joueur de ce match?
Ouais, c'est une grande fierté parce que tout joueur rêve d'avoir quelque chose dans une équipe du pays. C'est quelque chose de beaucoup. Comme là, ce meilleur joueur là, je dédie à le grand frère, enfin le petit frère qui est parti, notre capitaine. Timash, et à une tantine, c'est son anniversaire aujourd'hui, et le fiston qui est parti aussi. Et c'est vrai que c'est une grande fierté pour la maison et le pays d'être élu homme du match. Voilà.
Est-ce que c'était important pour vous de terminer sur une bonne note ce tournoi?
Ouais, c'était très important parce que pour moi, je crois que c'est ma dernière qualif là, en sélection pour ici. Ça fait que je pense que je vais arrêter la sélection. Et les prochaines qualifs, je pense que je serai trop vieux. Donc terminer avec une bonne note comme ça, gagner, être élu homme du match, c'était très important pour moi aujourd'hui.
On a vu en première période que vous étiez mené par Vanuatu. Quel a été un peu le mot du coach avant d'entamer cette deuxième période?
C'est de rester soudé et appliquer les consignes, de ne pas sortir du schéma tactique. Et on a appliqué, et voilà, le résultat était... Voilà, comme là on a gagné, c'est le résultat que le coach nous a donné, il nous a dit de le faire, on l'a fait. Voilà.
Merci beaucoup et bonne continuation pour la suite.
Merci beaucoup.
Well, Chris Pay there paying tribute to fallen New Caledonia futsal star Marcel Inpuen, who tragically passed away suddenly earlier this year. So wonderful words of tribute and a display of the closeness of the futsal community. Our thoughts, of course, with Marcel's family and friends. It was a tragic passing earlier this year. Let's take in some reaction from Christophe Ben-Maza, the New Caledonian coach.
Coach, merci de nous accorder cette interview. Coach, merci de nous accorder cette interview. Est-ce que c'est un plaisir pour vous de terminer sur une bonne note ce tournoi?
Oui, c'était nécessaire pour valider le travail. Voilà, c'était très bien. La deuxième mi-temps était très productive, très aboutie. Je suis très content pour les garçons. Ils ont mis beaucoup d'énergie, beaucoup de travail. J'ai été très exigeant avec eux cette semaine. Donc, ils méritaient de finir comme ça avec de la réussite, du plaisir, l'état d'esprit qui est le leur, qui est magnifique. Donc oui, très content. Et puis parce qu'il fallait finir 5e, c'était le minimum qu'on devait faire pour faire valoir la valeur de cette équipe. Voilà, j'en oublie pas quand même le travail qui nous reste à accomplir. On est encore très loin du compte dans beaucoup de secteurs. Il faut en prendre conscience, autant dans la direction, voilà, que chez les joueurs, que chez les clubs. Il faut que toute l'île monte d'un cran en termes de travail, d'exigence et de qualité. Mais il y a un sacré potentiel, donc il fallait déjà valider les efforts qui ont été faits par cette 5e place, c'était important. Et puis finir sur une bonne note pour préparer correctement la suite.
Là, on a vu que pour la première période, le Vanuatu avait mis de l'intensité, faisait mener à la première période. Quel a été le mot d'ordre avant d'entamer cette deuxième période?
La sérénité. En fait, on a tout le temps bien commencé les matchs et après on s'est un petit peu assis sur notre facilité. Aujourd'hui, on a été piqué au vif, il a fallu réagir, donc c'était un scénario différent. Mais ça nous a réussi. On a concédé 2 buts vraiment idiots parce que c'est encore une fois une phase de stratégie offensive. Mauvaise position, ballon perdu, but. Une phase de stratégie défensive, on sait très bien ce qui va se passer, on l'a travaillé encore ce matin et on encaisse. Donc voilà, les garçons ils en avaient marre je pense, et puis moi je leur ai mis aussi des points sur les i. On en avait marre de se faire avoir comme des débutants, comme des naïfs. Il fallait montrer un autre visage, ils l'ont fait correctement, avec la manière. Voilà, on n'a pas seulement gagné en poussant comme des fous, on a gagné avec intelligence et ça c'est le meilleur cadeau qu'ils pouvaient m'offrir pour finir.
Merci beaucoup coach et bonne continuation.
Merci bien.
Well, our thanks to our visiting New Caledonian media officer, one of the many here from around the region for a media workshop. So it is New Caledonia who have triumphed in the match for 5th place, 5-3 over Vanuatu, and they end their campaign here at the OFC Futsal Nations Cup 2023 with a win and a message back to their departed colleague Marcel Inpuen. Well, that's it from Bruce Pullman Arena. We will be back in just over an hour with the match for 3rd place between Fiji and the Solomon Islands. But for now, from me, Seamus Martin, on behalf of OFC TV, thanks for joining us, and we will see you back at Bruce Pullman Arena very soon.